So I've raked all the straw away from the area that they tend to get wet and stinky in here. And I've sprinkled down some barn lime. And now I'm going to put down some pine shavings over top of that just to help with some extra absorbency. And then we're going to put down the chopped straw. Bill has decided to come over and join the Curiosity crew. So they're all in here milling around, which makes it so much easier for me to maneuver around in this small barn, opening things that they want to be nibbling on. This should be fun. Isn't that right, Bill? Hi, Bill. Oh, don't be shy. Where's my handsome man? There he is. There's my handsome Bill. There you go. Nothing to see here, guys. Head on back outside. Maybe. There we go. Good job, Bill. Whipper, you gonna join everybody else? Oh, you saw I had that door open, didn't you? Yeah, I opened that latch and I had that door open. That's where the barn lime is. But that's not a room that's safe for donkeys, so we can't go in there. You guys don't miss a trick, do you? Careful. Careful. There he goes. Okay, now we'll see if we can get these pine shavings down. Yep, I'm in here by myself. Okay, I've sprinkled a thin layer of the barn lime down. It's the white stuff that you can see. Kind of tried to get a thin layer everywhere. We've got a nice thick layer of pine shavings back here. And now we're just going to top it off with some chopped up straw. I've had all sorts of helpers in and out, in and out. Bill and Willow just left. Willow laid down to take a bath in the barn lime, and there's Bill. He's just watching, just waiting. Everybody's waiting on the straw. Let's see where Willow went. Oh, there we go. Is that Whipper or Queenie taking a bath? That's Queenie taking a bath. Willow right there with her, about to get knocked over. They're just always doing something. They're always doing something. Hi, Bill. What are you doing? You hanging out and being a sweet man? That's what you do best, isn't it? Be a sweet man. Hi, baby Willow. So just a few days ago on Christmas, baby Willow got a visit from Santa Claus. Bill took Willow to go see Santa Claus, and they talked to him, and she told him how much hay she wanted. It was just a cute moment. Yep. Even baby donkeys like the big guy in red. Whipper's back there foraging for some leaves and maybe some pecans left over. Queenie's headed next door over there. Bill wants to get away from the breeze. The wind kind of picked up a little bit. So we better get this barn finished. Well, their barn is basically ready. We've got a thin layer of straw back down, and it's chopped straw, which they think is yummy. So we put some in their feeder, and then I gave them a little bit of their longer straw that hasn't been chopped, which is what they usually have. And so everybody's around the feeder having a snack. I did notice while I was in here getting this ready that one of their freezer flaps up here. Let me see if I can back up without getting in anybody's way. That last freezer flap has come loose at the top. It's kind of hanging funny. So I'm gonna need to replace it, but I don't want to do that while I've got 4 curious donkeys running around in here. I don't want to climb up on a ladder. So I will probably wait until they're eating this evening and change that one out with a different one. And then all we've got to do is get their coats on them, and we're ready for this next little cold snap. We've got the farrier scheduled to come in this coming week so that he can take care of these hooves, and then we should just be back in tip-top shape. So we got Bill here on the left. He's pretty easy to spot. Hi, Bill. Hey, big man. There's Queenie next to him. We'll come on around here. Who do we have? This is Whipper up close to us. And that's going to be Willow back there in the back. They're just enjoying their straw.